Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Friday morning market webcast. All right, hope everybody is well. We did the evening webcast last night. That was out last night. We put it out on social again this morning. If you haven't watched that, I would encourage you to watch that webcast as well. The evening webcast and the morning webcast are always going to tie together. Evening talks about the day before, sets up Globex, sets up this morning, and this one, what did we see last night? This sets up this morning kind of through the day potentially. So if you're new, welcome. We've been doing this for, I don't even know. I've been taping this thing for like 8 years. So welcome. All right, daily chart. We're still consolidating. Insert my speech about consolidation that I've been giving you guys for I don't know how long. So 33.97 half, 21.74. They hop it up, they shelf it, they hop it up, they bleed it, and then they just flatten it out here. And you're talking about 10 sessions. Where from a handle count perspective, it's 175 handle range. You can get a lot done in 175 handle range. But it's whippy, it's choppy, it's hard to trade, it's impossible to hold. So we were short yesterday, and we did a 20 handle middle, and that 20 handle middle got retraced. And I went back and I looked at our shorts over the course of the last 5 or 6 sessions, the ones that we've gotten into that have really gotten moving. Every one of them, with the exception of 1 or 2, you would have been better off taking 20 handles on your runner when you took your middle. There was one that kept going for like 30. There was another one that kept going to 40. The rest all retraced to the entry. So at the close yesterday, we did a short against the 2026 area. 10, 20, and then I put a 25 handle stop on the runner, and I'm watching the draft, and it got hit, and I'm like, you know what, let's see where we're at in the morning. Well, I wake up this morning, we're at 28.02. So, I mean, that continues to be the deal. You can be short, you can make money short, but it wants to retrace. It's not ready. The bears are not executing down below where they should, whether you're talking about the floor that's in at 27.17, whether you're talking about 27.40, 27.64, 67, 27.55, all these, you get into the mid 2700s, and you have example after example in this line of price where the bears just have not been able to get it done. And the reality is, eventually, just because markets are markets, they will. Or if they never do, fine. But if they do, that one's going to give you another chance to get in for a bigger move, and you can ladder down instead. So, long story short, no pun intended, take those profits where you find them on the short side. You'll come out ahead in the end, at least for now. So, you see the green line, that's the 20-day simple moving average, or the middle Bollinger Band as it's referred to. We've got a date with that next week, either as a function of time or as a function of price. So as these lower prices get shed off the back end of that moving average, this is going to keep lifting, and it's going to lift with a little more velocity. And it'll flatten out around here. So 20 is right here. It's going to shed these. So by Friday, you're going to have a look. Unless the bulls run away with it, we'll have a test of the daily mid band. That'll be important. That's one of those baseline core things that I look at to figure out whether we remain in a dip buy market or in a sell rallies market. It's a little bit of a strange beast right now because we're buying dips, and buying dips works. We're in a dip buy market. We are above the mid band. But on the longer term basis, we are still well below the 200-day. All right, let's look at the hourly chart. So they take it up to 36.75 yesterday. They had weekly pivot converted. They had started to give it up, and then the Gilead news hit, and that really jammed it down. They flattened it out in the afternoon. They took it down into the close. They kept it up in that 27.55 area that I just mentioned last night, and then come 4:30 in the morning, they started walking it all the way back up, and that's been the story. And long story short, they're not ready. They're not ready. Neither side is ready. We keep migrating back to 2,800. And what's in the area of 2,800? You've got the things I forgot to add to the chart for today. But now you've got the 9-day at 28.04, the 50-day at 27.99, daily pivot comes in 27.97, and you got the rounding at 2,800. Same story today as there was Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. It's all jammed in here around 2,800. They'll push away to the upside at times. They'll push away to the downside, but we continue to migrate back. We continue to migrate back, and it's made for a decent trading tape at times. Although the inflections have been really sloppy this week. Really sloppy. Really whippy and really sloppy. Relatively speaking. I mean, you go back a few weeks, they weren't this sloppy at all. But until they resolve this 2,800, this is the kind of stuff you're going to get. They're going to run it up. You get a couple lower highs that you can kind of rely on, and you run it back. You start getting support. You get some higher lows. Wasn't awake at 4:30 in the morning, but imagine if I go back and look, there's some higher lows, and it made it back to the hourly mid band at about 5 a.m. and it didn't even act like it wasn't even there. And that is the most bullish thing I've seen this morning, sitting down here and looking at this tape. You saw no resistance. You had a huge opportunity for there to be resistance. It had been respecting the hourly mid band. Midweek, we talked about it, or early in the week, I should say. But yesterday and today, blasts down through it, back up through it. You have a very confused tape, and that's okay. On the back end of confused tape will be the next leg, and we'll figure that out when it gets here. So, respect price today, respect risk, take your profits where you find them. Understand that if it starts to come off, then, especially on the short side, you're okay taking that profit. If it's going to break out or break down, it'll give you another chance. It'll give you another chance. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. We will be out with more stuff on social. Check all of that out. Again, if you haven't watched the evening webcast, watch the evening webcast. Click the button on this post. Come check out our webinar Tuesday, April 28th on consistency in trading. It's going to be a good one. And have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care. Trade them well. I'll talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.